Hello everyone, JonjassDesigns here with another tutorial. This one is gonna be in Adobe After Effects, and we're gonna make a color correction. If you haven't watched the video like COD 4 color correction or something like that, you can just go find it in my channel, or you can just look at it now because I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be making. So yeah, I'm just gonna find the file, click here, there we go. So this is what we're gonna be making. All this. We're gonna have the color correction, the sun, if you do want to download the plugin needed for the sun, which I do recommend you to because it's great. And we're gonna do the background blur. Kinda looks like depth of field, but it's not, it's just blur. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be making. So you can just jump right into it and open Adobe After Effects, and you can just find your footage and make a new composition. Go composition, new composition. And I'm gonna make mine HD, and just gonna hit OK. Now we have our new composition, and gonna take your footage and just drag it into After Effects in the projects tab right here, and you're just gonna take the footage and drag it right on the screen, and you'll see that it does not fit. So you can either right click, choose transform and fit to comp, or you can click Control Alt F or Command Alt F if you're on Mac. And now we're just gonna look at the footage and see what we're working with. So it's just some running, some jumping, and some shooting. So you can instantly see that this looks pretty gray and boring, like most parts of COD 4. But it is a fun game. But it's pretty pale and gray. So we're gonna fix that with a nice color correction. So I'm gonna find a nice frame where we can see like everything happening. And you're gonna begin by right clicking and choosing new adjustment layer. You can apply the effects to the footage, but I think it's I like it better to use an adjustment layer. Even if you're using many files or just one, I always like it better. So we're just gonna rename that to CC, and you can right click, effect, color correction, curves. This is probably the best color correcting tool there is, and it's easy to use and gives great result in just a few seconds. So yeah, you're just gonna take this, it's gonna be set to RGB. You're just gonna drag the lower part down just a little bit, not too much, just a tad. You can see the dark gets darker, and this gives it a little contrast. Now we're gonna do the opposite with the higher part of this curve. You can take it up just a tad, and there we go. Now we got some nice contrast. And see, there's barely a curve, but we've made this much difference. Maybe you can tweak it a little however you want, depending on what footage you have and how dark the footage is. But I'm gonna, mine is pretty dark if you load this too much, so I'm gonna have it around that. So now you're gonna click this RGB and this drop down box and choose red. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the high tones, the bright parts, red. But they're not gonna be like all super clear red. They're just gonna be a little red tinted, but you're not gonna notice it. You're just gonna look good. So yeah, and the dark parts gonna be blue with the yeah. They're not gonna be like, oh my god, all of the shadows are super blue. They're not gonna be noticeable. They're just gonna look good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose this red, as we did, and you're gonna take the high part, which is the bright, and you're gonna take it and drag it up. So now you can see the footage got red because we turned up the red. Now you're gonna bring this one down because we're gonna take away the red from the shadows and dark places. So we instantly got some nice greeny stuff going on, but we're not done yet. We're gonna go blue. We're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna take the top one and drag it down, and we're gonna do the bottom one, take it up. Maybe you can tweak these a little too to make it look good, nice and warm, like that. And now you can see what we had from the beginning is this, and now we're done with the first curves. So it does look pretty good now. I can just scrub through, and I see that mine looks a little too blue, so I'm just gonna change it a little bit. Take the blue one and fix it on these two. There we go. This is perfect. Now it looks really warm and comfortable. So we're gonna duplicate the curves one. Select it and click Control D to duplicate, and we're just gonna reset it. So you can duplicate it, or you can just go right click, effect, color correction, curves again. This is faster. So now we're gonna go do the first curve again, but just a little to give it a little more contrast. There we go. Almost nothing at all, but it does make a difference. See? And now we are done with. No, we're not. Sorry, we're done with the curves. We're not done with the whole color correction. We're gonna go color correction. We're gonna go use saturation, and we're gonna bring the saturation up to around 25 or 29, something in between that. And it may seem very much, but well, it is pretty much, but it does make the footage look a lot better. So I'm gonna have mine at 27. I like strong colors. So now we're done with that. Now we're done with the color correction part. Now we're gonna make a new adjustment layer for the background blur. Obviously, if you want to color correct in first person, you can't do this blur like I'm gonna do it, because it will cover like probably cover your weapon or something like that. Maybe it will. I guess in some footages you may do this, but I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe do it like around the environment. Anyway, so we're gonna rename this to blur, and we're gonna choose go effect, blur, sharpen, and we're gonna go Gaussian blur. Now it's a 0. I'm gonna leave it at 0 for the moment. So we're gonna choose the pen tool, and we're gonna just do a little jaggy line like this, or you could do a straight line, but I like this. For some reason I like jaggy lines. And now we have this part selected. This part is gonna be blurred out in the background, so it looks like depth of field, but it's not. So now we can take the blurriness up, and you see that it's getting blurrier, and we can take it up to about around 8. And now you can see like this sharp edge here. We're gonna fix that by selecting this and clicking F, which brings up the mask feather, and we're gonna take that up to about 150, and this makes a real nice effect. You can see here it does look pretty good. Maybe we want to fix the mask a little. You can just move it down, or you can adjust these points, but I'm just gonna move it down, cover a whole bigger area. So you can click here to remove, well, not remove, but so you want to see the mask, and this looks really good. And now we're gonna go ahead and add the sun, because sun is important. So we're gonna create a new adjustment layer again, and now you need a plugin. It's called Null Light Factory. You can probably download it. You can buy it, or you can find it somewhere on the internet. I can't teach you how, but you probably find it yourself. So you're gonna go here and choose Light Factory EZ, and you're gonna click it. And you're gonna go to this flare type right here, and you're gonna choose sunset. Now we've got a sun, but we gotta make it a little bigger and a little brighter. So we're gonna take the scale, pop it up to about 160, 65. I'm gonna take the brightness up a little bit too, just a little bit, to around 105, 110 ish. And we're gonna click on the effect, and we're gonna move the sun over here. Now if we want the sun to be blurred too, we can just move the blur adjustment layer above the sun one. But be sure to not move the color correction one above the sun layer, because then it will look like this, and it looks really weird. So keep the sun at in the middle or at the top. Yeah. So that is the color correction for this COD 4 color correction. And this has been my first After Effects tutorial, and I hope you like it. I'll be releasing more tutorials in not only After Effects but Sony Vegas and Cinema 4D, maybe Photoshop and stuff like that too. And if you did like the tutorial, you can just like it on YouTube and you could leave a comment, tell me what you think, what was good, what was worse, what was if you want a future tutorial on something else. And if you want to keep updated in my videos, you can just go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.